NASCAR on Fox is presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the NASCAR SpideyDitko Cup Series. And as we get set to go racing here in the historic Darlington Raceway, welcome to the telecast here with NASCAR on Fox and everyone on board here once again. We're back to be broadcasting the 59th edition of the Darlington Southern 500 as the cars roll off onto the grid. Let's have a look at the starting grid for today's 500 miles here in Southern and South Carolina. Denny Hamlin on the pole. Starting next to him is Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex, Ryan Newman, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, William Byron, and Kurt Busch, who's expected to have a fast car today. Eric Almirola in engine number 9, Chase Elliott in the row, Paul Menard and Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez and Matt Kenseth in the winning rewards for today, Austin Dillon and Clint Bowyer, Jimmy Johnson and Chris Buescher. Jimmy Johnson had a poor qualifying run, so did Kevin Harvick and Ryan Blaney. Most of the cars in the field had poor qualifying runs. Then you have David Reagan and AJ Allmendinger, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and the Davey Allison throwback, and Michael McDowell. Ty Dillon and Bubba Wallace with the U.S. Air Force colors here today. Casey Kane, a throwback to the 2009 All-Star race, along with Matt DiBenedetto, Jeff Burton throwback. Then we have Jamie McMurray, Danica Patrick, and rounding out the field is Gray Galding in the 23. So, race analysis for today's race. 16 laps, 500 miles, pit road speed 50 miles an hour, and Denny Hamlin on the pole for today's race. At this point in the season, you would already think Hamlin would have a win this year. His Joe Gibbs Racing teammate Kyle Busch already has. As the Camaro pace car heads down the pit road, we're green in the Southern 500. Denny Hamlin leads them into turn 1. Behind him, Martin Truex and Kyle Larson in there as well. Larson peeks to the inside already in this race. Larson in the inside lane goes up to the high line once again to clear Hamlin for that spot. Alex Bowman with a run on Martin Truex. You know, Alex Bowman has had a consistent season, I guess you could say, this year, but he's really showing great speed here in the early run. Because we don't even know if these cars can have long run speed. Which one of these drivers have long run speeds? Because it looks like it could be maybe Larson, maybe the 41 of Kurt Busch. He started back in a couple rows, and he's making his way for the front already, now to third, along with Chase Elliott. Whoa, big move there by Matt Kenseth, and Kyle Busch loses a spot as Larson is catching on to lap traffic. He's going to get caught up there by the 32 of Matt DiBenedetto, and Alex Bowman out of nowhere takes the lead away, and now is busy on lapping the 95 of Casey Kane and the 23 of Gray Galding. Now he's lapping the 43 of Bubba Wallace. Now up to the 13 Ty Dillon. They got trouble! 3-4 cars hard in the wall. Danica Patrick on top of Jamie McMurray. I think Kevin Harvick and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. may have made contact with one another, but wow, what a big hit. You know, Darlington is really known for big crashes over the years, and this is one of them. So now we're going to have a restart on lap 9 out of 16. You got to pay attention to this restart, though. We are going to have a single file restart. The lap cars will be in the outside line, while the lap cars in the inside line. You can see Bubba Wallace there in the 43 in the inside. Green flag back out. Now, as the lappers did not get a good start on the restart, it looks like none of them will get to see the light of day, as Alex Bowman got a great start. Now, whoa, Kurt Busch put Larson there in the wall there a little bit. So Larson probably has one of the infamous Darlington stripes already on his car. Most of these cars actually do already have it. This wall is just not really built all that well. I mean, plus that SpideyDitko sight is probably not going to last throughout the whole entire race, as Bowman is trying to keep a good gap away from him and Kurt Busch. It looks like that he is in turns 1 and 2. But in turns 3 and 4, Kurt Busch seems like to gain a better advantage. Kurt Busch trying to use the line that Bowman is obviously using, and that is really benefiting him here as the 43 above wall is just trying to not lose any more positions to the 9 of Chase Elliott. Now Kurt Busch is going to be using the outside lane because he's probably thinking that there's more grip up there. Usually this happens at short tracks, but never here at Darlington, maybe. Kurt Busch, it seems like he's been gaining a bit of advantage on the bottom, or on the high side, as Alex Bowman, he's still trying to go for that bottom. Now they're using each one of the lines. Jimmy Johnson made his way up through the field already, now challenging for 4th against Larson. Kurt Busch doing all he can to try to get up there. He gained an advantage in turns 3 and 4. A really good advantage. Now he's up to the back bumper of the 88 of Alex Bowman. This is just incredible right here. Wow, just as the white flag is out, one more lap to go left in the Southern 500. Can Kurt Busch pass Alex Bowman? He hits the wall a little bit. Both of them spinning around, making contact with one another side by side once again. Down the front stretch they go. They're beating and baiting. Kurt Busch wins Darlington. And a photo finish, almost like the finish between him and Ricky Craven back in 2003. And he's also in the car that he lost the race in. You want to see how close that finish is? That's how close it was right there. Kurt Busch just by a nose, as he's going to burn it down here in Darlington. Man, he hadn't won a race last year, but finally he gets a win in the SpideyDitko Series, and you have to think that Stewart Haas Racing would want to sign him for maybe one more year. I mean, I definitely would, with a great talent like Kurt Busch. The top 10 results: Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, Clint Bowyer, Martin Truex Jr., Chris Buescher, and Joey Logano all round up the top 10. All of them having great days, especially that 37 of Chris Buescher. You would think that AJ Allmendinger would be pretty worried about his ride. Congrats, Corey Davis, on the win here today. Had a fast car, and you did it in a photo finish. We thank you for watching, and we will see you at Charlotte.